so far so good.
Anything else you want to talk about 2K related?
I'm super excited for the new game. I love the covers. I love that like D-Book has his shoe like kind of like the focal point in it. And it says "Be Legendary." And
the iconic and ever-busy freeways of LA. Welcome from Southern California. Welcome, everyone. What better way to end the weekend than the NBA on 2K Sports? Here with Grant Hill, Clark Kellogg, and Allie LaForce, I'm Brian Anderson. And we're pleased to have a legend of the game at the broadcast table with us, Candace Parker. Hey, Candace.
Hey, thanks for allowing me to join you all today. I appreciate it.
And while we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for Karl Anthony Towns.
It's not a great trend for him. Not rebounding nearly as effectively anymore. Maybe it's his effort. Who knows? But that's something that needs to change.
And the starting lineup for the Grizzlies. We've got Kristaps Porzingis. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Klay Thompson. And it's Gobert in at the 5, roaming the paint. And for the Lakers, and AD, obviously somebody who can play the 4 or the 5 for you. In which role do you think he's more effective, Candace?
AD is effective at both, but at the same time, you know, he has an advantage when 5s guard him and when they're forced to guard him, because you honestly have 5 people on the court that are capable of bringing the ball up. So I would say AD playing against a bigger guy that has to step away from the hoop is definitely to the Lakers' advantage.
And the statistics show that AD's at the 5, the Lakers are at their best. And we've got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
I mean, letting them know up front that he's on the hunt tonight and eager to knock away shots. I love it.
Davis against Porzingis from the high post, and he's able to get it back. Clock at 6. The Lakers got to get one up. Late clock. Lets the 3 fly, and it's Gobert with a rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander into the lane.
Have to respect the tenacity. Gilgeous-Alexander isn't afraid of going straight at the defense on the drive.
At the line for the Grizzlies, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
That free throw good from Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, Candace, you'd be hard-pressed to find a player who's transformed as many teams as LeBron James. Entire franchises have changed overnight when he's come to town.
Yes, and that's the impact that LeBron James has had on basketball in general. I mean, on the court, yes, but even off the court, if you think of what he's accomplished. This is a guy that you want to be your teammate. This is a guy that obviously has etched his name as one of the greats in NBA basketball.
And the first player to earn $1 billion in his career.
And that's a lot of money, BA.
A lot. So it's the Lakers now, following the bucket by the Grizzlies. And Porzingis with the block.
When a guy has a 7'6" wingspan like Porzingis does, it's just tough to get away from him or get by him. That allows him to block a lot of shots.
Pass to Keith. Just 5 to shoot. Up and over Conley. Well, Candace, it's surprising the number of great players who struggle at the free throw line. What advice would you give them?
It's interesting. I've had this conversation with Shaq a number of times. I think it's super important. I sing at the free throw line. It goes back to muscle memory. So you end up taking the thought and the mental aspect out of it and just going back to how you've shot time and time again. That's the biggest thing, is continuing that routine and making a repetitive motion.
Well, we're all waiting. Let's hear your song.
I sing Song Cry by Jay-Z. Same verse every time.
Well, we're all waiting. let's hear you sing your song.
That's for another game.
4-2.
The strength of Anthony Davis helps him when he needs to gut through physical defense.
Gilgeous-Alexander with the ball. Picked up by James. Pass to Gobert. Here's Porzingis. He can't get that one to fall. Davis with the defensive effort. Here's Keith. He's guarded by Conley. And it's Keith missing. Memphis leading. Thompson outside. Now Gobert. The 11-footer. Rebound collected by Anthony Davis. Well, Candace, as you look around the NBA, the art of the flop has crescendoed, let's just say. And the NBA wants to address this. How do you think they'll take these steps to try to eliminate at least part of that part of the game?
I think it's just about, regular movement, basketball plays. As a defender, it's hard enough to guard guys like Trae Young and guys like James Harden and Kevin Durant. But then when you add into the extra things that they're able to do to make the defender wrong. So I think as long as it's a basketball play, but just like we've seen the kick, how that has changed the way that we protect shooters and how many offensive fouls are called. So I think at some point, the players are going to adjust to the new rules.
Good points. And there's Gilgeous-Alexander on the assist from Gobert. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 11 points. Offensively, it's been a struggle for him.
Yeah, they need to string together some shots to have any kind of chance.
Now a timeout called by the Lakers.
Failing to find a rhythm offensively, something that needs to change and change soon.
And I think this timeout, guys, is where you draw up some plays that are guaranteed to create some high percentage shots.
A big group substitution here for Memphis. Towns, he's checked in for Porzingis. Beasley comes in for Klay Thompson. Poole, he's checked in for Conley. And Brunson is subbed in for Gilgeous-Alexander. Well, with players just getting bigger and faster, when do you think we'll see our first WNBA dunk contest? And is that important to you, Candace?
I think it's just around the corner. I think it's going to be in the next couple years that we're going to see a number of ladies go out there and show them how it's done.
Now here's Brunson, providing this team some offensive stability. A little over 10 points a game.
They've been the more poised team tonight, and the score reflects that.
Well, I like the way they're playing. A very smart first half, quality shots, not wasting possession.
And that one's good. James.
That's the shot you want. And LeBron's the guy, you definitely want taking it.
Count that one.
This run has been fueled by their matador defense.
Brunson against James. Pass to Kuzma. A minute 20 left to play in the first quarter. No good. A bit long that time.
I wouldn't say that's exactly his spot now. I mean, and you can see why.
And the shot goes down.
I just love the ball movement.
Los Angeles has gone 0 for 2 from outside. And the ball out of play. The Grizzlies will have it.
It's one thing to get outplayed, but when you're giving away possessions like this, it makes it even more tough.
And 1:01 left in the first quarter. Got it. Brunson's got his third bucket of the night.
Really taking charge of the game, largely with a detailed interior attack.
And, that involves pounding it inside, getting as many points as you can right at the rim. That demoralizes the team.
Down low. James with the block.
And when you think of the most critical block shots in NBA history, LeBron has a couple of them. Most notably, that chase down block of Iguodala in Game 7.
James. And slam dunk by James.
Did you see that? That was one of the best moves I've ever seen.
Picture perfect execution. He was focused and refused to be denied.
And finishes with force. Boy, you got to love that.
The Lakers shooting pretty low at 24% in this first quarter. Here's Caldwell Pope. Well, he hasn't scored yet, but I'm sure that'll change. Pass to James. Over Brunson. What a play! He drains it at the buzzer!
Makes his selection just in time. Well done.
What was really impressive there, though, guys, was that he could have rushed it and panicked, and yet he kept his cool and splashed it.
And so it's Memphis in a good situation, up by 13 points to close the quarter. They just can't miss right now. Every shot they're taking, you assume, is going in. Time for a quick break, then back to the action. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. All right, well, a look at how the hustle game has been going for Memphis.
Guys, it's been great hustle defense throughout 2 quarters of play, contesting everything and racking up the block shots as well.
Another big aspect of their game tonight has been the fast break, transition opportunity. They're really keeping it up-tempo so far.
So on the floor for Memphis to kick off the second quarter. Malik Beasley is out there with Rudy Gobert. Then there's Jalen Brunson. Then it's Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Poole in at the 2. Well, Candace, this is now the second consecutive season that has not been a traditional off-season. Not quite as short of a recovery time as from the bubble, but still 3 months from the end to the beginning of the next season. That's not a lot of time to get it going again.
Not a lot of time. You have guys that will learn from past years. You know, basketball now is a year-round sport. You're going to have to continue to take care of your body. That's your investment. That's the way that you get out there and play. So I think you're going to see more guys not necessarily taking complete time off, but still getting in the weight room and working on their bodies.
That was a good call. The defense wasn't established.
Yeah, it looked like it. I mean, he kind of slid underneath as he got to the spot, too.
Anthony Davis, he's checked in for the Lakers. And Memphis also making a switch. Thompson, he's checked in for Brunson. Beasley for 3. Drains the triple. Beasley's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3.
When defending Beasley, you've got to get up on him. I mean, he's lethal as a catch-and-shoot guy.
Davis finds James to the paint. Here's Kuzma, and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Beasley, left side. Poole outside. Well, it feels like it's just a matter of time before a team hires a woman to be their head coach. Candace, how monumental an occasion will that be in your mind?
I think it'll be huge, but it'll be huge in the steps of how it will trickle down into other avenues of life. I think it's so important for everyone to view women as capable leaders. And so the moment that step is taken, there's going to be so many more organizations and companies that hire women because the NBA did.
Is that something Candace Parker would pursue?
I lack patience, so I can't coach. I'm going to be over here with you, BA.
Where you're most welcome.
Thank you.
Close the net on 2 minutes played here in the second. To the inside. Ooh, Thompson with the block.
And with length and instincts, Thompson has been an elite defender in the league for years.
Shot clock at 6. Pass to Gasol. Second chance effort. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. It goes on Mike Conley. The first free throw is good.
A proven champion. I mean, the veteran wisdom and experience Gasol brings to his team is not only important, but it's invaluable.
And they seem to have taken a more heads-on approach this quarter, and it's getting them to the free throw line.
Yeah, I don't think it's an accident that aggressiveness correlates with playing better. So the aggressiveness is starting to pay off.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
In 2016, the NBA Players Association made history, voting to extend health insurance to retired players with at least 3 years of service. Chris Paul said, quote, "They paved the way for our game. This is just the little that we could do. Whenever my tenure is up as president of the union, that will be easily the greatest achievement." Brian?
Boy, that is big time, Allie. Good stuff there. Thank you for that. Well, Candace, for one of the most durable players in the league, the last couple of years, have to be especially frustrating for Klay Thompson. You dealt with your share of injuries. It is great to see him back.
It is great to see Klay Thompson back out there shooting that thing. It's got to be frustrating for him in the past to love basketball as much as he does and not be able to play.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 here in the second quarter. And it's Keith missing. Memphis has gone 1 of 2 from downtown here in the second. Porzingis finds Thompson. Pass to Gobert. Parries it from about 10 feet away. Gobert's got his first 2 points of the night.
Just impressive for Gobert. So capable in the mid-range.
Here's Caldwell Pope. Gilgeous-Alexander defending. And Porzingis with the block.
He's been ice cold tonight. And, you know, you look at the scoreboard, guys, they really could have used his contribution.
He drops yet another dime, just facilitating this offense like a maestro.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
The Lakers call timeout. They just couldn't come out on top last time they took on the Grizzlies. That one was in Memphis.
If they want to beat these guys this time, they have to do better on the glass. That was their undoing.
And sometimes that can be a motivating factor. It may very well light a fire under them tonight. Nobody likes to be dominated on the glass like that.
Lopez, he's checked in for Gasol.
We highlight Thompson's scoring often, but right there, just a great read to get it to the open teammate.
Davis against Porzingis. Now here's Davis. Tight defense on him. To the wing, right side. There's the three. Well, he's now 2 for 7 after that bucket.
The playmaking improving with time. Davis has an improved sense of when his guys are open.
Shots good by Thompson.
And just totally relentless, only increasing the intensity level.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
All right, how about our special guest, Candace Parker. Candace, thanks for coming by and dropping some knowledge on us.
I appreciate it. Happy to do it anytime, BA.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Defended by Thompson. Klay Thompson pulls down the board.
He's been just a little off the mark tonight. Really the story of the game so far.
Back to Porzingis. Here's Towns. 3 shots, 3 baskets. Great efficiency so far.
Leaving absolutely nothing on the table right now. Their focus and execution has been outstanding.
Yep, they're starting to stretch this lead out. Too much offense to keep pace with.
Here's Keith. He's coming off a 13-point game against Atlanta. And Porzingis with the block. And they're able to recover. And now the Grizzlies on the run. And there's Towns on the assist by Gilgeous-Alexander. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 3 assists tonight. Here's Keith. Now quiet so far offensively, searching for his first points of the game. Pass to Caldwell Pope. To halt the run. And he lays it up and in.
Caldwell Pope is very comfortable near the rim, cashing in from there.
And so it's Memphis in control.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander was the man in the first. He ended up with 15 points and 3 assists. Kenny, what'd you think about the Grizzlies?
I like what they're doing offensively. Looking at their field goal percentage, they're moving the ball, getting great looks.
And after a very lopsided first half, we'll see if things play out a little more evenly in the second. You know, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has been exceptional here, guys.
They've leaned on him to provide a lot of offense, and that's how he likes it.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
They really have a commanding lead, not just in points, but in rebounds as well.
And what I like about it, it's been a physical brand of basketball. It's had a little sandpaper element to it, gritty and rough, but that's how you win games.
And for Memphis, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander is out there with Mike Conley. Then it's Klay Thompson. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's Gobert in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Tell you what, just add that one to the highlight reel. James is truly one of the greatest slam dunkers of all time.
A fantastic mobile one block. This one deserves another look.
You know, you can't ask for any better defense than that. He responded so fast to the shooter, and it stifled him. What a finish. I mean, he just took over himself.
What a show of power right there from the point guard. Man, sweet.
And you know, guys, when your point guard is making explosive plays at the rim, I really do think it sets the tone for the rest of the team. Yeah, and you know, as LeBron continues his illustrious, remarkable career, the question seems unavoidable. It's inevitable. Him or MJ for greatest of all time. For me, it's a matter of what flavor you like. You can't go wrong with either one. Personally, I know George's got the rings, LeBron's got the career numbers, but I like the fact LeBron is 6'8", 250 plus, and Jordan was only 6'6", 215. I'm going with the bigger guy.
And he lobs it up to the rim. And finished off by Davis.
Boy, there's not a better target in all of the NBA than Davis for the alley-oop.
Back to Thompson, to the middle. Here's Gobert, and rejected. Inside, here's Keefe, and he caught that pass in full stride on his way to the big slam.
How about the bounce?
We can call that bounce per ounce. Can't be denied.
He's a highlight reel, always on the launch pad.
Both teams will make substitutions. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. You know, Clark, it seems LeBron has cemented his top 2 spot, but many will say he'll never pass Jordan. What do you think?
Well, B, I tell you what, I don't have a problem with those folks who say that MJ is the greatest. I can see why people feel that way. And I'm leaning that way, but I love what LeBron has done longevity-wise. Titles are not the only measure for greatness in a team sport. So LeBron would get my nod just by an edge, a whisker, if I had to pick one or the other, him or MJ.
Here's James. Oh, it's blocked by Porzingis.
You know, he looks a little off kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
Poole outside, driving inside. Count the basket. Poole's gotten his first bucket of the night. For Los Angeles, they've gone 4 of 8 in the third. Pass to Keefe. Here's Malone, and here's Gasol, defended by Porzingis. And there's James from the arc. Ooh, he's now 7 for 12.
They've struggled, but hey, you cannot lay it at his feet. Offensively, he's getting it done.
Here's Brunson, rejected by James.
Phenomenal work on defense. James using his athleticism to make a statement with that block.
And there's always been dialogue between NBA officials and the coaches and players. Some concern that it's gotten too chippy of late, Clark. It's not a good look.
No, it's not a good look, and you certainly have to recognize the fact that both sides are humans and emotions are going to run hot at times. The league has rules about how you engage with officials. I think you should actually have some give and take, but it should be toned down from what it has been recently.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
So, Brian, the NBA tests out different rules in the G League, including shooting 1 free throw for all the possible points to speed things up. How much did it hurt players' free throw percentages, not getting the multiple tries? Well, averages dropped a percentage point or 2. Is that a deal breaker or something to consider?
Yeah, those are good questions. We'll see, Allie. Thank you. And the Lakers making a change here. Lopez is checked in. James with the ball. Towns covering. Towns against James. Here's Caldwell Pope. And it's rebounded by Karl Anthony Towns. Now here's Brunson. He's guarded closely. Pass to Towns. And it's Towns with the power finish.
Towns showing you the quickness and athleticism there, getting off the floor to throw it down.
And the Lakers with possession here. It's a 14-point game. Following this one, they hit the road to challenge the Kings at Golden One Center in Sacramento. That'll be the first leg of just a 2-game trip for them. It's Kuzma with the miss. The Grizzlies have gotten 6 of 11 attempts to fall so far in the third. Here's Porzingis. The Lakers with a rebound. James has got his 5th rebound in this one. Shot is up. Malone. And the rebound goes to the Grizzlies. They led by as many as 18. Towns passes to Brunson. Now here's Porzingis. The rebound by Malone.
Boy, that's a look he has to finish, and he knows it. Blown opportunity.
Kuzma against Thompson. Back to James. It's deflected. Off his foot. And they're saying he kicked the ball. Conley's checked in for Memphis. Gilgeous-Alexander comes in for Brunson. Well, Memphis shooting at around 66%. They're on fire. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. James with the rebound. James has got his 6th rebound on the night. From behind the arc. And the foul on Anthony Davis. That's his first foul of the game. There's 14 seconds left in the third quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander attacking. Basket counts. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 points now in the quarter.
This is a fella who can fill it up. When Gilgeous-Alexander gets rolling, it throws the opponent's defensive plan into disarray.
And so it's the Memphis Grizzlies with an impressive 16-point lead heading. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
And just a selfless decision from your 2-guard, showing his ability to get his teammates good looks.
Yeah, and as a 2-guard, he's typically not a reluctant shooter, so it was really nice to see him orchestrating for a teammate instead.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same for the first 3 quarters. They've got Robin Lopez. Anthony Davis is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then there's LeBron James. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Outside Davis. Porzingis against James. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Davis. It doesn't go for him. Good work defensively by Gilgeous-Alexander.
I'll tell you what, they rebounded the ball tremendously well.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
Time called here. Los Angeles decides to talk it over. Well, with everything else that coaches have been dealing with, the NBA gave them a pass to skip the suit and tie, Clark. You think broadcasters are next?
Oh, I would love that, BA. I don't mind dressing up in a sweatsuit, but I know TV requires a coat and tie, but I would love on occasion to have a dress down day if we could.
Pass to James. And count it. 8 of 14 now. He's rolling.
Yeah, you watch LeBron play, and it's obvious he gets more joy out of passing to his teammates and setting them up than scoring himself, but tonight, he's feeling it.
I tell you, a little extra pressure on D when you're up against a point guard who can elevate.
It doesn't make it easy, does it?
And you know, guys, showing how dynamic a weapon he is for this offense, they feed off of that energy and ability to make plays. It gets them going.
Launches a 3. Doesn't go that time. And the Grizzlies going the other way now. And here comes the break. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
No hesitation from Clay. I mean, you think back to that terrible ACL injury on a fast break in the 2019 finals. This guy is fearless.
And it's James with the jam.
When the lob is in the right spot for him, LeBron is never going to miss a chance to do something special throwing it down.
And a look at how the hustle game has been going for the Grizzlies.
We've seen them make the extra effort defensively, rotating, closing out airspace, and sending shots back.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Rudy Gobert's checked in for Porzingis. Pass to Davis. Over Towns. Oh, and Towns with the block.
Aggressive defense from Towns there, staying all over the shot and getting a clean block.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Their offense is looking like a well-oiled machine, getting any look they want.
Boy, this is borderline ridiculous. I mean, every single attempt finding the bottom of the bucket.
The shot by James, no good. And here's Memphis. They're on a 12-4 run. The offensive rebound. Yep, that one goes.
One of the many skills that Towns brings every night is his offensive rebound.
For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 for 7 from the field here in the fourth. Not great. Puts it up. And again, the Lakers, no good.
Well, it's a make-or-miss league. Sometimes the Jays just don't fall. It wasn't a bad shot.
Well, back in 2017, the league adjusted the odds to the lottery. How do you like the change?
I really love it. I mean, instead of drawing the top 3, it's now the top 4, adding to the randomness and giving another team a chance to be in that mix for the top pick. And evening out the odds has produced some shockers, too. New Orleans getting Zion was one of them.
Here's James. And slam dunk by James.
James throwing it down with that power dunk. You know, the defense can't allow him to get what he wants inside because that's easy pickings for LeBron.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Soft touch off the glass. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 18 points now here in the second half. James against Gilgeous-Alexander. And there's the basket, and the whistle blows. Chance at a three-point play here. Going to the line for one.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. At the line for the Lakers.
And, you know, this guy simply does not age. LeBron remains a dominant force in this league despite being in the league since 2003.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Rebound, the Lakers. James has got rebound number 8 now. Pass to Johnson. Hey, from beyond the arc. The shot's good on the assist by James. James has got 3 assists in the game.
Well, LeBron James is clearly a tremendously talented passer. When a guy is open, he'll get him the ball.
Back to Towns. Poole, the pass to Gilgeous-Alexander. There's the drive, and slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Doing more work in the painted area. He has really excelled inside.
A minute 53 left in the fourth quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander against James. Pass to Keefe. Beyond the arc. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Boy, it feels like we're tallying every assist, every point, all part of LeBron's expansive legacy.
And slam dunk by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Seems to have a knack for hitting guys in their spots. His vision, excellent.
Here's Keefe, covered by Towns. Pass to Caldwell-Pope. Here's McGee, and McGee with the stuff.
And what a complete performance we saw from them. A dominant win in every way for the Grizzlies.
And you don't usually see this kind of blowout, but tonight they delivered the punishment.
I mean, what's so impressive is they never wavered in their approach. They just kept at it and showed they were without a doubt the better team.
And their efforts tonight pushed them to 41 wins on the year so far.
And we don't see this too often with how competitive this league is, but they won all 4 meetings against Los Angeles.
And one player just stole the show tonight, doing everything for his team. A monster night for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
A quality offensive outing. When you get it going like he did, I'll tell you, it's one of the best feelings in basketball.
There's 49 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. Pass to Caldwell Pope. Here's Keefe. And another 3 for the Lakers.
Unfortunately for them, they're still going to come up short. You wish they shown this kind of fight earlier.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
This is what winning is all about. Playing your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. And here's Memphis. Rejected by James. Here's Caldwell Pope. To the inside, McGee. And he floats it in for the easy 2. Credit the sweet setup on that one.
Yeah, first and foremost, he's a pass-first team player, is Caldwell Pope. Love seeing that.
And so Memphis takes this one by a big margin. This one wasn't even close. The hometown crowd was waiting for a miracle that